Right. I'm running late, and it's still having some issues apparently with connection to the PlayStation. Don't know why, but getting that fixed, setting some things up. Let's see. Uh, Come on, PlayStation. Well, this was working really well last night. I don't know what's going on now. Gonna send out some stuff. Sounds like the PlayStation is working now. Oof. Let's see, game capture. We need to capture. Which one? I guess this. I hope I saved that. I don't know. Music sounds really nice. Why is it not taking out more of the screen? Oh wait, I think I know. One second. Just gonna go ahead and send out a tweet. Alright. So, I think I just need to hit this. Yep. Perfect. I want to do action focus. Okay, see, this is what I'm confused about. So story focus mentions these accessories that simplify the gameplay, right? But they also come with the action focus. That doesn't make sense to me. And like, it just... It kind of ruins the game if you use them. At least at the very beginning. You know, the first couple of hours.
Moss the Chronicler who said that the land of Valisthea is blessed in the light of the Mother Crystals. And that it was this light which finally led our forebears out of the darkness. Yet, what they saw in the light gave rise to temptation. Temptation that ever lures us back into the crystal shadow. And thus did our journey begin.
Action is terrible. This is just cinematic. There's really nothing to this. It's pretty interesting. I'm gonna often interrupt stuff to read the lore.
It'll be light soon. Both camps have begun to stir.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
No one else? Where's the fun in that? How do we even know the girl will be among them?
Our kind do not question orders. We follow them. Try to keep that in mind. Let's get this done.
Focus, Wyvern. You are key to this mission's success.
Yes, Sergeant.
I said focus, Wyvern.
Yeah. I have to play with
Don't
camera
have time
version.
for this. All hell is about to break loose. Time to move.
In third-person games like this, I consider myself the camera, so I'm moving the camera around the character. So I put invert
Just in time.
X and Y. Very interesting play. Final Fantasy, usually on the title screen kind of music.
Why this is going, they won't need this new dominant of theirs. What?
To the gates! Quickly! Move!
What do you mean, you refuse? Did you not pledge your swords to our cause?
Come now. Marshal, the King of Waloed is our guest.
Ugh. He looks angry.
And you have His Majesty's answer.
I wonder that you summoned us at all. Have you so little faith in your own men? It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not?
Who maneuvers around like this woman?
Or am I mistaken? Besides, your dominant has yet to take the field. And when he does, our knights would only get in the way.
Perhaps you have not heard, but the Ironblood now have their own dominant. We would be fools to underestimate them.
Bugger their knights.
What did you say?
Should this citadel be allowed to fall, the capital will lie exposed. And I doubt the Crusaders will wait for the good king's pawns to line up before taking to the board.
Ew. God, what did this guy do to deserve getting smoke blown in his face all the time?
Just leaves me.
Hopka!
The Ironblood will rue the day they set foot on Storm. This game is over.
Just saunters around. That's so weird.
You cock!
I don't think I've heard that in a Final Fantasy game.
Benedicta.
Take care.
Does the lion take care when he chases the hare? Or do you think me one of the latter?
No, my love. You are a lion. You're my lion.
Oh my god.
I'm not afraid of a little frost, Benedicta. But I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
He's talking about Shiva. Wow. Okay.
The front lines are gone. This is our chance. The chaos will conceal us.
Ah! It's available. Okay, so the bastards. A unit of trained assassins deployed to the Nisa Defile, deep within Dalmekian territory, and tasked with the elimination of an enemy dominant. Shiva. Wait. Elimination. So they don't want to capture her. Okay. The brand is a mark applied to the cheeks of bearers, identifying them as something other than human. What? The great nations of Valisthea have a long-standing accord to brand their bearers in this way, that the slaves might be traded across borders. That's lovely. The Nisa Defile is a deep, arid valley located in the eastern part of the Dalmekian Republic. During the Battle of the Twin Realms in 865, it was the site of repeated skirmishes as the Iron Kingdom attempted to make incursions into Dalmekian territory. Okay, so we have Iron Kingdom and Dalmekian Republic. The Men of the Fist. Dalmekia's standing army. While officially an organ of the Republic, each of its 5 states is granted relative autonomy with regard to the management of its troops. Aside from certain specialized squads, battle deployments are mostly comprised of small units employing a mixture of foot soldiers and battle mages. The former are known and feared for their curved swords and prodigious axes, and the deadly skill with which they wield them. Okay. The Iron Crusade, the fighting forces of the Iron Kingdom. Ultimate command rests with the king, who issues orders directly to the commanders of each of his battalions. Iron Blood soldiers generally prefer heavy clubs and great axes over swords and other lighter weapons. This rather brutal approach is indicative of their overall attitude, which has earned them a reputation on the continent as savage, if somewhat primitive warriors. And these are the ones that have Shiva. I think that's what they said.
Quick and deadly.
As always.
There
a van.
was not much between the last cutscene and this one. Just a little walking.
Wait. Something's not right.
I don't know why that just...
Titan. So the Darmaks finally grew tired of slaughtered.
This must be that guy that we were watching earlier, the really big guy with that woman. It must be Titan. The Warden of Earth, of whom Hugo Kupka, is the current dominant. He takes the form of a stone-skinned giant, whose granite fists shake the earth with every mighty pummel. Titan's dominant awakens among the peoples of the Dalmekian deserts, the recipient of his strength being granted great power and status by the Republic in return for a commitment to protect the nation in times of war. So yeah, this is that big guy from earlier. Hugo Kupka. So that's what he was talking about. So he's gonna go out to fight Shiva and finish this. Nice butt.
And look who's here to greet the bastard.
Come on.
This looks more like a Shadowbringers era Shiva design. Obviously. That ain't gonna do shit. Oof. Brush your teeth.
You don't get to die here, Wyvern. Move!
I may be moving the character, but this is more cinematic than anything.
Anytime, Wyvern. Stand there.
That's dangerous.
Wyvern! Wyvern!
I told you before, you do not get to die here.
Shiva, the Warden of Ice, whose appearance on the battlefield makes her enemy's blood run cold. The Iron Blood sent Shiva against the Republican forces in the Nisa Defile, where she dueled against Titan, the icon of Earth. Okay. It's kind of like using X-ray or whatever on Amazon.
Clive! Little Clive!
Also, I think it's interesting that Clive is the oldest main character, like primary protagonist.
Well, if you're not cut out to be a shield, there's always work for you in the stable.
28, I think.
Unless, of course, you think you can defend your master
Not
while
here.
sat
He's
on your
15
arse
here.
in a puddle of pig swill.
I'm sure he'd find a way.
Oh, I paused that. We're at Rosalith Castle. Situated in the heart of the ducal capital of Rosalith, it is from this towering ivory fortress that the Archduke and his family rule their nation. An architectural feat the founder himself would be proud of. Who's the founder? The castle has stood since the early days of the duchy, and people... Oh, God. And watched over the rise of this proud nation and the people who inhabit the city beneath. God, I cannot read today.
My brother always looks after me. Right?
Go on. You're sure to hit him eventually.
Don't give up now.
Help me.
To arms. It wouldn't do to disappoint the gallery. Let's start again from the beginning. Come, show me your
It
form.
knows I already did this last night.
Very good.
Like,
such swordsmanship will serve you well
I'm
in
fine
the
with the
field.
combat system
But can the
unless you
same
put
be
the
said of
rings
your
on, and then it's
spellcraft?
just boring.
The flames of the phoenix burn within you. Now let them burn without.
So I think what I'm going to do
Come,
is
Clive.
this
Rain fire
playthrough,
down upon me.
I'm just not going to use those stupid rings. Basically nerf myself.
Excellent.
Just to better enjoy the combat, I guess. Oh,
Well
hey,
done.
Star.
You wield the Firebird's flames just as a first shield should.
You flatter me, my lord.
Or would you rather I flattened you? Can be arranged.
Let's see if you can
Please,
elude my
please
blade.
flatten me, sir.
After all, your attacking prowess will count for naught if you don't live long enough to use it. On your toes, Lord Rossfield.
What am I supposed to do? Oh, okay.
Don't simply watch
Oops.
my movements. Read them.
Come on. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that dodge.
How did you dodge that? I was sure I had you.
That was amazing!
Alright.
Good. Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. Quickness of thought and fleetness of foot are indispensable arms in any shield's arsenal. But you are not just any shield, are you? Show me what sets you apart from the rest. You have been blessed by the Phoenix, granted the use of its power, call upon that power now to close on me. Well, I'm waiting.
Oh my god.
Good. Fly at your foe before he can raise his guard. Impressive. But even the most agile shield cannot hope to escape every blow. And death may come by a handful of cuts as easily as it comes by 1,000. There is only one way to ensure that you do not fall.
I see
your
that cut
wounds
you
mended
suffered on
and your
face.
energies replenished. Speaking of which, my lord, you seem a little worse for wear.
Do
that
I?
won't do at all.
At all?
All right then.
That's better. Battle is a succession of pivotal moments, wherein life and death can be decided at a single stroke. You must be ready to utilize every tool at your disposal if you are to navigate a path to victory, or at the very least, to ensure that you live to fight another day. Enough practice. It's time for the test. You've recovered from your soaking, I trust. You don't want to kick a man while he's drowned.
I thought you'd never ask.
Come then, Lord Rosfield. Spar with me. If you believe yourself worthy to be called Shield of the Flame, then prove it.
Okay.
As you wish, my lord.
Have at me, boy. Make proof of your strength.
Sounds like some battle music.
Go on. You're sure to beat him this time.
You can do it, Clive. Just stay calm.
It does so little damage, but it's kind of satisfying. Blasting like that.
You're taking this seriously.
Keep going, Clive.
Nice try.
Ooh, come get me. Oh shit. That was dumb. Come on. Yes, yes, stagger, stagger.
Well, it's time I took my own advice. I used all the tools at my disposal.
Go on, Clive. Keep pressing.
See, that... If the whole game was like that kind of combat, I would be perfectly fine. I think that's decent combat.
See? I told you he could do
Fun.
it.
Aye.
Bested at last. It's taken me long enough. That was a display worthy of your father. You are a true Shield of the Flame, and let no one tell you otherwise. Including me. What are you lot gawping at? Back to your drills.
Okay. Clive Rossfield, firstborn son of Archduke Elwin. Elwin? Ruler of Rosaria, I guess. From a young age, Clive dedicated himself to mastering the blade, and his practice paid off when he was appointed First Shield of Rosaria, tasked to guard the Phoenix, and blessed with the ability to wield a part of his fire. Rodney Murdoch, Lord Commander of the Rosarian Army. Not only is he a skilled warrior and loyal guardian of the Rossfield household, he's also a fine tutor. Indeed, it was he who trained Clive in the secrets of swordplay. While he may be a hard taskmaster, I bet he's hard, his belief and trust in the shields that serve under him make him a much-loved leader. Well, I say this, but Clive is only 15 right now, so never mind. But, you know, later he's because it takes place, the game mostly takes place 13 years later. So, 28. First Shield. Title granted to the mightiest and most stalwart shield of the Rosarian army. The First Shield is entrusted with the personal protection of the dominant of the Phoenix, and is gifted a portion of the Icon's power over flame, a boon known as the Blessing of the Phoenix, which we're about to read about. The boon Joshua bestowed upon his brother upon... That's two upons in the same sentence. Jesus. Bestowed upon his brother upon Clive's ordination as First Shield, allowing him to wield fire-aspected magic without a crystal. It has long been custom in Rosaria for the dominant of the Phoenix to share a part of their power in this way, performing this rite of rejuvenation upon those they appoint as their protectors, that they might serve them better. I like Phoenix taking kind of a front role. It's usually sort of like a last minute, kind of sometimes not that useful summon. So it's kind of interesting to put it up front. Plus it's not in a lot of the games.
I was just tired. Phoenix's flames are a gift. You mustn't waste them.
It isn't a waste. My shields look after me. Why shouldn't I?
That's why. You were coughing this morning too. You shouldn't be outdoors.
I'll be fine. It's just a cold.
Push yourself.
His Grace has returned!
Father's back!
He's got hair the color of the Phoenix. Unlike those two. Let's read about his brother Joshua. Second son of the Archduke of Rosaria, Joshua was appointed heir to the ducal throne by virtue of his awakening as the dominant of the Phoenix. His love and admiration for his elder brother Clive is absolute, and he is only too proud to have him serve as his first shield. His love for carrots, less so. If only Uga had been such a brother. It's dumb.
Your Grace, please, this is no place for one such as you. I would gladly brave hell itself to see my darling boy.
Well, that's nice, but
Gentlemen,
made a creepy face.
Rosaria thanks you for your indefatigable loyalty.
Thank you, Your Grace.
We live to serve.
Joshua. You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this.
I'm sorry.
Good day to you, Mother.
Look at that face.
Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
What an asshole.
Lord Murdoch?
Your Grace.
Are all the women of this game evil? I mean,
what a way to treat your own flesh and blood.
Other than Jill here.
It's not his fault. Not everyone can be born the Phoenix.
We should join them.
Where does that attach? Look at those claws. Daddy here kind of looks like my old Final Fantasy XI character, to be honest.
Rise, my friends.
Welcome home, Father.
Thank you, Joshua. You are well, I trust?
Yes, Father. Much better. Today, Jill and I went to the bay to watch Clive's spa.
Is that so?
Quiet, Torgal.
Okay, Elwyn Rossfield, Archduke of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria and father of Clive and Joshua, loved by his people for his steadfast leadership both at home and on the battlefield, which he put to good effect in quelling the rebellious northern territories. Jill Warwick, born a princess of the northern territories. Oh, okay. Jill was made a ward of Rosaria after her homeland's incessant raids were quelled by the duchy. She was raised in Roslith Castle alongside Clive and Joshua, who came to love her as a sister. So this is... so this is the reek of the bunch.
Stop it, boy. Not now.
Hopefully she will
make a
fare
fine hound
better.
one day.
I can't think of what his name was before he was called Reek. That's sad. Torgal, Clive's faithful friend, brought back from one of Archduke Elwyn's expeditions to the frozen northern territories, where he was found half-starved and shivering in a snowfield, having presumably been separated from his pack. Elwyn gifted the puppy to Clive upon his return, and the two became nigh inseparable. So was this one of his expeditions to quell? Because that means that was not very long ago. No, that can't be the case, because she's been a ward since then and was raised here. So he must have just been going there. I don't know.
Lift up your head, girl.
Thank you, Your Grace.
The capital rejoices at your safe return, Your Grace.
War is coming, my boy. We must make ready.
Is the situation truly so grave?
Come to the throne room. We will talk there.
Yes, Father. Your Grace.
Shields dismissed!
Torgal!
Torgal is cute.
Where do you think you're going, Clive here is off to see the Archduke.
Right.
Is trouble brewing?
I'm not sure. I need to speak with Father.
Yeah, trouble's brewing.
Your steed is in fine fettle, my lord. Isn't that right, Ambrosia?
That's my jungle. She's cute.
More refugees arrived today.
Well, if things get crowded, we can always conquer Iron.
All right, let's get this stuff unpacked before the Duchess calls for our heads.
Make sure all the crystals are accounted.
Good as new.
Forgive me, Lord Marquess, pray do not concern yourself with this bungling cur. Bow to him, you fool. Did I say to speak?
It was no trouble. Really.
Oh, do not indulge him. To be allowed to stand in your lordship's presence is more than his kind deserves. Why, neither the Empire nor the Republic treat their bearers half so well. He was lucky to be born in your father's dominion. Very lucky, as I remind him every day.
Stand, please.
Start.
I trust his good fortune will continue.
Of course, if that is your lordship's wish.
Don't work too hard. Remember, it is for the good of the duchy that you serve.
Jeez.
As do we all, my lord.
As do we all.
Come along now. Back to your duties.
That doesn't sit well with me. What the fuck?
Looks like they're getting ready for supper.
I think someone's hungry.
No.
Well, don't you make an handsome pair? We'll be having a feast for the two of you soon enough.
Wheat harvests down again. This war ends up
Slave
dragging on.
master.
I'm having my bearer fill the well, my lord. Best to save what crystals we can, eh?
I'm confused. What exactly is he doing? Is he making ice and the ice is melting? Or what? I'm not sure. I think that's what is happening. Water is usually like a secondary sort of spell. Water and air, actually. arrow. They're usually considered kind of separate from the other spells.
Nice and quiet in here, isn't it? There's Joshua.
Now this slave over here, I think he's using wind to trim the bush. It's clever, but why do we have to have slaves?
Marquis, forgive my man. He'll be done in a jiffy. Just getting the place tidied up for the big procession.
You know these rich kingdoms could afford to just hire them instead of enslaving them. It is very pretty though.
Joshua's comfort and safety before your own. Do you understand?
Somebody has an unhealthy obsession with her child. Not both children. Just one. Creepy. I will never understand that. It doesn't really add anything to the gameplay to make you hold a button to open a door.
Good luck.
I'm not really necessarily criticizing this game for that, because it's all over the place, but I just don't get it.
You commanded my presence, Your Grace. How may I serve you?
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Mother isn't here.
Do the territories fare any
At
better?
least one parent seems to care about the kid.
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few months.
Got anything new? More info on Rodney Murdoch? Oh. Lord Commander of the Rosarian Army. Is this not the same person? Outranked only by Archduke Elwyn, who is not only his liege lord, but his firm friend. The two share an unshakable bond of trust, Elwyn consulting with Rodney on all military matters. I bet that's not all they consult with. What do you think? I don't know. The Deadlands. Barren wastes bereft of ether where no life stirs, and magic is all but unusable. Here, both earth and water are stained black, preventing any seed from quickening. And oh my god. In recent years, the blight has spread ever more widely, displacing whole nations before it, driving once peaceful fauna to violent desperation and leaving silent devastation in its wake. Quickening seed.
The blight has taken an eye on all of the northern reaches. It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
Fire flames.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south, To Port Isolde. More would only follow in their wake. Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must move now.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
We have traded blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the...
Okay, the Iron Kingdom again. Also known in the local tongue as Haran? I don't know. The Iron Kingdom is an archipelago nation situated off the west coast of Storm, with its capital at Craig Loig? Lois? What the fuck? I don't... Whatever. Maybe somebody will pronounce it later. The mother crystal, Drake's Breath, rises from a volcanic island situated just within or without its borders, depending on whom you ask. Oh, of course. And has been the subject of long-standing conflict between the Iron Blood and the neighboring Duchy of Rosaria. The Iron Kingdom's inhabitants shun any contact with outsiders, which has given rise to a unique, if largely inward-looking culture. Sounds like we're the bad guys in this, going and taking their fucking mother crystal. The mother crystals. Enormous glassy mountains, 5 of which tower over the lands of Valisthea. They are the source of all the crystals that the people of the Twins rely on in their everyday lives. Not only that, but the lands surrounding them are rich with ether, making the magics the crystals cast even more potent. For these reasons, great nations have sprung up around each mother crystal and have long warred with each other over possession of their blessings. This is just oil. We're talking about oil. And we're warring over oil.
Blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily. This will be a bitter fight.
We ride for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first. Rodney.
You will have heard the reports, I am sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted within our borders.
Goblins in the Stillwind Marshes. I know of the rumors, yes.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men. While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it, and clear it. Then you will join us at Phoenix Gate.
Murder!
It is time to prove your strength. And shut your mother up for good.
I will do my duty, Your Grace.
That will be all. Rest well. We ride at dawn.
Yes, Your Grace.
We drove the Iron Blood from our shores once before, but their patriarch still dreams of spreading his message to Storm. And when the Crusaders march, they move a damn sight quicker than the Blight ever did.
So we recapture the Mother Crystal, end their ambitions, and secure the Duchy.
Only the light of the Phoenix can guide us through these dark days. But that does not mean I'm happy asking this of Joshua. Look after him, won't you?
I don't know, will I? The Grand Duchy of Rosaria, a nation occupying the western reaches of the continent of Storm. What a name for a continent. With Rosalith as its capital. Rosaria was originally formed from a collection of smaller dominions, all of which now stand united under the banner of Archduke Elwin Rosfield. Not possessing a mother crystal of its own. Oh, now we see the problem. The duchy has long been locked in bitter conflict with the Iron Kingdom over possession of Drake's Breath, which lies still further to the west in the midst of the boiling sea. What? I mean, it's not the Iron Kingdom's fault you don't have a mother crystal. Why did you form your duchy in the middle of a basically oil desert? I think we're the bad guys. But, I think I always think that.
Even if it costs me my life.
Let's make sure it doesn't come to that.
This war we mean to wage, it isn't only for control of the Mother Crystal.
Oh?
Above all else, we cannot allow those Ironblood savages to gain a foothold on Storm.
I know. I would sooner die than see them darken our shores again. I wish you a safe journey tomorrow.
Oh,
and I you, Clive.
My God.
May your blade strike true.
Well, now we know how they feel. I mean, gotta quell the natives, I guess. Like, oh my God. We are definitely the bad guys.
No messages, my lord.
I'll be right back while this plays out.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long. 4 days, maybe 5.
And you will be taking Joshua?
Well, I can't exactly leave him behind, can I?
We need to read about Mommy here. Annabella Rosfield, Duchess of Rosaria, wife of Archduke Elwin and mother to Clive and Joshua. While she adores her younger son, she treats Clive and Jill with naught but thinly veiled contempt. Sounds lovely. Alright, I'll be back and then we'll continue it. Alright, I'm back. So, if you haven't followed what's happening, I mean, about these places, basically, like, most people, I don't know about most people, but a lot of people seem to not have magic, and therefore they need the crystals from these mother crystals in order to do magic stuff, which they rely on for their day-to-day needs, apparently. But then there's people that are born able to use magic, and those people are enslaved. But it's a bit hypocritical, because if you're born as a dominant who has magic but can also like transform into these icons, if you're one of those, well, then you're not enslaved, you're like put in charge. And like the people that serve you, and like maybe, well, I guess Clive is the only one that gets the magic from him, but Clive is accepted from this slave stuff too, because he's, the shield, and his powers were from the dominant, so that's okay. But if you don't get your powers from the dominant, then you're marked, and you're like cattle. It just, Jesus, we are totally the bad people. I think there's probably a lot of bad people in this game, actually.
The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
What? We've already got more info on Mommy? It was not only her beauty, but her connection to a bloodline that produced many previous dominants of the Phoenix that led to her being proposed as a bride for the young Archduke. Indeed, the two are cousins. Oh. I was wondering, because they were talking about the blood and all that crap. Oh my god. So she was like particularly dominant, fertile, I guess. So let's put them together, even though they're cousins. Having known from a young age that her purpose in life was to preserve her Phoenix-bearing bloodline, she dotes on Joshua and scorns Clive. Well, dominant. Those within whom sleeps the power of an icon. Though they look and think no differently to any other man or woman, they can not only cast elemental magics without a crystal, but also transform themselves into beasts of world-shattering strength at any moment, a quality for which they are honored, worshipped, and feared the realm over. Except for the Iron Kingdom. That is the exception. They do seem to enslave their dominants.
Hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that? But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth of but 15 years, he's already a fine soldier. He will make a splendid shield.
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless, a man like any other.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne. All is in its right place. Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced the gutter. We have an early start. I'm going to sleep.
He's totally sleeping with the captain.
This is it then. Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star?
I'm a little old for that. I should get some sleep.
Right. You're going with them tomorrow, aren't you?
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him. He takes too many risks. I only wish I could save him from himself.
Clive, you...
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you.
Oh, more information on Clive. Though all expected him to inherit the Phoenix's flames and awaken as its dominant, Destiny instead chose his younger brother Joshua to bear that burden. In search of a role of his own, Clive dedicated himself to mastering the blade, and his practice paid off when he was appointed the first shield of Rosaria, tasked to guard the Phoenix and blessed with the ability to wield part of its fire. We already read this. Why is it acting like it's new? Media. The burning red star that sits beneath the moon. Folklore ascribes to Media the role of message-bearer to the moon, so it is common custom across Valisthea to wish upon the star that one's heartfelt desires might be conveyed to the heavens and beyond.
There's going to be another war, isn't there? Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last. But it never really ends, does it?
No. The next war will be bigger than before.
But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria, after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
It's getting cold. We should go in. My lady.
Good night, Clive.
The Northern Territories, a bitterly cold region in the northern reaches of the continent of Storm, originally home to the mother crystal known as Drake's Eye, around which a series of small nations sprang up, nations whose belligerence proved troublesome for Zarya over the centuries. In time, however, the mother crystal's power dwindled, and with it the power of these warlike nations. With the blight encroaching on their territory ever more, the remaining tribes were united and pacified by Archduke Elwin Rosfield of Rosaria in the year 854. So that was 6 years ago at this point. And it would be 19 years ago when we jump back to the future. So I guess Drake's Eye is useless to Rosaria, since it's dwindled. Well, and it seems like that's the only reason they were able to, quote, pacify the tribes, was because their shit stopped working. They didn't have any oil left. Okay.
Sorry, Ambrosia. I won't be hunting today.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll do brilliantly.
I'll try.
Ambrosia? Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Born in the stables of Rosalith Castle, Ambrosia was chosen by the young Clive Rosfield to be his personal steed and raised by him from a chick. She is a proud bird and deeply loyal to her master, quickly turning her beak upon any but he who should attempt to pet her. She looks pretty fierce, but she's cute.
Good luck!
Friends, we ride for Phoenix Gate. May the blessing of the crystals...
More info on Elwin? Elwin was born... I was like, what? Elwin was born before his father? That didn't make any sense. No, Elwin was born before his father, the previous dominant of the Phoenix, passed away. So he did not inherit the Icon's powers. I do not like that sentence. I would have revised that somehow. Instead, he devoted himself to the study of swordcraft and statesmanship, that he might lead his country from the front, which he did to wide acclaim in leading his armies and quelling the rebellious northern territories who ran out of their power and were basically defenseless, probably. I mean, Jesus.
With us! And shield the firebird's flame forevermore!
His Grace departs! Open the gates!
Lord Rosfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
Thank you.
We're ready to depart, my lord.
May I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you?
This is to be no mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly. The Beastmen are a fierce foe. We underestimate them at our peril.
Not today, we won't.
Sir Wade, Sir Tyler, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
As you command.
To the marshes, then. And may the blessing of the crystals go with us.
That looks like a foot. This right here, that looks like a foot. It's missing a toe, but still. Oh, maybe it's like an animal foot where they don't have, where they leave. Yeah, I don't know. Shut up.
Keep your eyes open for those goblins. The reports placed them in this area.
It's all swamps from here. What's your step, my lord?
And everything else.
This is where combat turns stupid, in my opinion. I just don't appreciate it. Like, equipping these stupid rings, it just, like, it does everything for you. I did that last night, and I literally just pressed square over and over again, and was doing great combos and destroying shit. I'm not gonna equip them in this playthrough, which to me is dumb that you have to like actively
not exactly
not
the most
equip something
well-maintained path.
just so
But who
that
do
the
you
game
imagine
can
would
be interesting.
maintain it?
They should not have included those in the mode that I'm playing. Oh my god, these windows. Yes, I know, I understand about abilities. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So I'm on action focused combat. I should not be able to equip these stupid rings that take care of everything for you and make the game easy. I don't understand. And if there's like a new difficulty setting afterward, I shouldn't have to beat the game on absolute easy mode before accessing that mode. I just don't, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what they were thinking. Let's get, I don't care about taunt. Let's get the stomp. Stomp. Get that. And I guess the recovery.
It's hard to believe that anyone used to live here.
The old village of Stillwind is ahead.
I'm gonna get through this and then take my break, I think. I'll take a longer break than I did yesterday. I felt horrible by the time I went to bed yesterday because of that. It's okay, guys. It doesn't matter. They're weak. They're ugly. Look at those ears.
With me.
No, lock on.
Goblins. So the reports were true.
We should press on. There may be more ahead.
See, and this is one other aspect so far of the game that I don't like. The invisible wall thing. Like, it's very much... Okay, so... Here's the thing that kills me. And I'm not saying that this game doesn't deserve praise. No, not at all. I think this game looks amazing. The story is great. I love the lore thing you can do here. We got stuff to read already. But so far these levels are hallways. I mean, that's what everybody complained about with Final Fantasy 13 was the hallways. But this game is getting praise for it. I don't get it. But we'll see. I mean, maybe the levels improve later. I don't know. But so far it doesn't seem like it. And I don't care about that. I loved 13, and I think that most Final Fantasy games have had hallways. I think people are a little naive about that. But, you know, whatever. Sir Wade, a loyal shield of Rosaria, chosen by Lord Commander Rodney Murdoch to accompany Clive on his expedition to Stillwind. Once but a low-born page, Wade was inspired to join the ranks after a wood pile fell on him and his life was saved by a young Joshua. Joshua's such a sweet kid. Sir Tyler, a loyal shield of Rosaria and a scion of a noble family. Tyler followed in his father's footsteps in entering the service of the duchy, rising to the position of right-hand man to the Lord Commander. He was chosen by Lord Murdoch to accompany Clive on his expedition to Stillwind, a level head who could be trusted not only to obey the young Lord Marquess's orders and keep him safe, but to help keep the fiery Sir Wade in line. What? Who's messaging me on Discord? Okay, whatever. Goblins. A common species of beast man. While at first glance they may seem like mindless predators, goblins have their own unique language and are skilled enough to both cast magics and make rudimentary tools and weapons. We're just annihilating them. What the hell? While mostly found on the continent of Storm, the spread of the blight has forced them to find homes nearby human settlements, a move that oft ends in misunderstanding and bloodshed. God damn, we are the bad guys. Oh, I hate this. Stillwind Marsh, an area of swampland that stretches northeast from Rosalith Castle. The odd village could once be found here, but nothing to compare excuse me, to the lively settlements that line the main roads of the realm. And with the encroachment of the blight and the creatures driven before it, even these scant settlements were soon deserted. You know, there was basically a ring for auto dodging that was in Final Fantasy 15, but you had to work for it, and it was after the end of the story, like after.
Welcome to Stillwind.
It was end game stuff.
There's more. Down with you!
That's funny. Am I going backwards? Shit, I think I'm going backwards. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, this is the way to go. Using my, quote, animal instincts, I know this is the way.
Watch out, my lord. Some of their number are spell slings.
And what a number. We'll all have our hands full here.
Ow!
Down with you! Zulu! Overheat yourself, my lord.
See, I already look at my health. Last night that I never got my health like down at all.
It might not be a nest of goblins.
I wore those rings. Take the rings out of the action focus play style, whatever. That's what I say. Take them out. There's no need for them. That's what the story mode focus thing is for.
Sneaky sods. We're trapped.
My lord, I'm working on it. He's the leader. But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Care to thin the herd? As if you have to ask.
Down with you!
And there was one.
Shit! He's invited a friend!
On your feet, Sir Wade.
Here it comes!
Oh, I got it.
That's a swing and a half. Be ready to move when it winds up for another.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Oh, I got. Damn.
Let me attend your wounds.
I'll be fine.
That didn't work. Okay. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button.
help.
Yeah, the rings are what ruin. I mean, it absolutely ruins combat. This is completely different. It's absolutely crazy to me that they did that.
Come back and fight, you coward! After him, before he summons the rest. There he is. Damn it! This ends now. What's in there?
It's far south. Keep clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath is worse than its bite.
That reeks! I said, stay away from its mouth!
Your guess is as good as mine.
No! Before it recovers!
Ooh. No, wrong button. Oh. Oh, wrong button. I hate that button being dodged. Ah.
You won't be gone for long.
Why am I the only one pulled?
Cannot fall here. Now for the final push, my lord.
We made it angry.
I'd rather we made it die. Lord Rossfield.
Very nice, very nice. That was much more fun than wearing any of those rings. Alright, this is where I'm going to take my break. I will be back around 6 o'clock. It's 4:13 now, so a little, so around 2 hours from now. All right, so see you later.